Yo, what's up everybody? Mike Ecker here, and today I'm a little under the weather, as you can hear from my voice, but I've been really busy, so I've been having a tough time getting these Basics to Beast scheduled videos going, but I've found a way to maneuver my time strategically enough to make these videos happen. And I want to move in level of importance. So remember the last video we talked about moving from a bar to a ledge, and now I actually want to take you into the pull-up that you're going to be doing and talk a little bit about that, because that is the next step that I want to take you through, is changing your pull-up on a ledge just a little bit so you can get that stuff done and become stronger. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. This is going to be about the pull-up, episode 2, and we're just going to jump right into it. I got a couple of notes here on my computer that I want to go over, and yeah. So the first thing is choosing the size of your ledge that you're going to be using. Obviously you want to go from big to small, because that's common sense. You don't want to go small to big, because it's going to be really, I mean, it just makes sense, okay? You want to go from big to small, and then as you get better and stronger in your tendons and your hands, then you go into those smaller ledges and whatnot. And I would give it about 2 weeks before you move to a smaller ledge or whatnot. And once you get to a certain point, you can just alternate between ledges and bars and go back and forth. So anyway, what I want you to do is I want you to find a ledge, and I want you to orient your body just like you're doing a regular pull-up. And I like to describe it as just out of shoulder width apart, but I actually call it like a neutral grip, because there's super narrow where your hands are nice and close. There are super wide, which are a more advanced style of pull-up, but if you're going for numbers, I recommend doing that because it actually cuts the distance your body has to travel in order to complete a rep. And then there's the neutral ones, which is the most comfortable position and, in my opinion, the best for your body in order to progress in strength. So stick with the neutral grip for now, and then go ahead and leave your hands in the open position, because the rock climbing saying, and I talked about it in a little bit in the last video, is there's a position where your hand is closed. It's called a closed crimp, where your thumb is next to your fingers, and then there's a position where your hand is open. And that's what I want you to train. I want you to train in the open position, because that is more neutral and it is better for your joints off the bat, and you're not hanging on to such a small ledge that you have to do a closed crimp. Closed crimping is usually for people that are really trying to bite down on a hold, and they're really small, so they have to use that extra a little bit of strength using their thumb. So anyway, yeah, now you've found a ledge and you're in that neutral grip. What I want you to do is I want you to real quick look at this pull-up. So this is a normal pull-up where you pull your body up and your body kind of sags behind you, like your hips are down, your feet are almost behind you. I recommend never crossing your legs. I always try to do the things that I see in real life, so I'm never going to cross my legs if I'm ever having to get over a wall or an obstacle. I am just going to keep my legs wherever they need to be, usually apart. Just, it's more neutral, and you're trying to train to be functionally fit, which means you're simulating obstacles that you run into. So the pull-up isn't just for training, it's to help you get over a wall or a fence or something. So what I want you to do is I want you to see how when I pull on this next pull-up, my body comes straight. This is how I train every time I'm doing ledge pull-ups. My body is completely straight. So I almost put my feet out in front of me, point my toes, and then my body comes into a straight position where my hips are actually in front of my chest. It's oriented in front of me, and it's nice and stiff. And I'm not trying to rock my chin towards the bar to get the rep like close to the bar or close to the ledge as possible. I'm actually just staying in that position and coming up to the point where I can't pull anymore and coming back down. So I'm going in a straight line up and down, and I'm keeping my body in that straight line where my feet are oriented forward. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to develop way more strength in the long run, because you are using a harder to carry position, and it's putting a lot of nice stress on your forearms and tendons in order to get the most out of using the ledge. So I recommend if you're doing a hangboard workout, which are little tiny ledges all over the place, or if you're just using one ledge, then go ahead and orient your body forward and pull almost like you're pulling backwards instead of pulling down. So yeah, that is those are my main tips that I wanted to give you all today. Really just to show you a couple of tips and tricks, and recommend you don't start on a small ledge until you're feeling more comfortable with it, and don't really ever add weight. I would alternate between the bar and ledges and just go back and forth between those two, and that'll really help you out. You'll notice a huge difference in about 2 or 3 weeks, and yeah, just keep going back and forth between the bar and ledges. Once you get to that point, never just toss ledges to the side, because think about rock climbers. They're always on ledges, and it's hands down the #1 reason they can do so many pull-ups, because it comes down to their grip strength first. So yeah, those are just some tips and tricks I wanted to give you in this quick episode of going over the pull-up. I'm sure a lot of you, if you're moving from the bar, which is easier than doing a pull-up on a ledge, that you can already do pull-ups, and what I'm doing is I'm just giving you those tips and tricks to help you roll into the next thing. And so after this, we're going to go into a few more basic calisthenics moves, and we're just going to keep stepping it up a notch, okay? And like I said, give me all that feedback you got. I'm going to answer a couple questions, and yeah, that's all I got for you guys. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, share it, and leave a comment, because I'll answer it in the next video. Thanks, guys. All right, this first question comes from Taurus403. Do you have a specific program for pull-ups, for example, to build 30 pull-ups? Thanks. Hey, thanks for your question. Of course, I developed a Blueprint Strength Builder program, and a program specifically designed for pull-ups. And I did a kind of a jaunty idea. I don't know if that's a word, but I did a pretty, what the heck is the word I'm looking for? I didn't do a very good job of putting together a website that would allow you to use these programs. They are at michaeleggertfit.com. That'll help you get your pull-up goals. I have like 4 7-week programs that will allow you, they're totally free, that will allow you to get to that next level, all the way from 0 pull-ups, if you can't even do 1, to whatever. I used to sell these programs, but I decided to give them away for free, and I'm just kind of backtracking. One is YouTube video, getting out there and like seeing you all and interacting with you all, and getting you the information you need, and then I'm slowly working into getting the website and everything up and back and running. So thanks for your question, and hope that helps. All right, this next question comes from Wrong R's. Hey man, I just need to ask, will those ledge tools not tilt when you put weight on them? Kind of feels like they would. Yeah, they tilt, making them harder, which is a really nice thing for some of the more advanced people. That's why I recommend you do pull-ups on like a static ledge that doesn't move, because I like using those tools, because yes, they go from out here, and then as soon as you pull on them, they go to about a little bit of a slopey ledge, which makes you just flex that much harder, and it makes you use your core a lot more, which I like, and it is a more advanced thing. So if that's something you want to try, go for it. But beginners start off on a static ledge that doesn't move, that's put onto something, and then if you want to do free hanging stuff, then yes, as you hang, obviously the way physics works, you're going to be tilting a little bit underneath the thing you're hanging on. All right, sweet, thanks for the question. All right, this next question comes from Zone Specials. Hey Mike, are you going to be talking more about that thing you did on a video a while ago, dynamic stacking? Yeah, so dynamic stacking is going to come into play a little bit. I did a couple of videos before which were not very good, but I will be talking more about dynamic stacking, and dynamic stacking is my own personal way of training that I developed through the years. And I want to keep this as linear as possible, so the ledges from the bar to the ledges, and then the ledges to how you do a pull-up on a ledge, and then from that what you can incorporate into a workout, which dynamic stacking will tie into. But yeah, great question, thanks for it. All right, this last question comes from Noel Colon Toledo. I'm currently between 8 to 10 pull-ups, but definitely looking to hitting 25 or more by the end of this year. Would this help me to get more pull-ups faster than just regular pull-ups? 100%. That's the reason I started with this. Basics to beast. Get away from the bar. If you guys want to spike your pull-ups extremely quick. Start doing pull-ups on ledges. Like I said, do this for about 2 to 3 weeks, strictly on ledges. I would say even start with 3 days a week, and if you can bump that up 3 to 5 days a week, if you're really trying to spike these numbers. But obviously, if you make something harder for you, you will come back even stronger. And once you get those flexors working in your forearms, then you'll really notice a difference in your grip strength, which will allow you to do more pull-ups, because you're not negating the action of pulling. You're just making your forearms have to take the brunt of the weight when you're hanging on the ledge instead of a bar. So yeah, it'll definitely help. Thanks for the question. And yeah, I know I only answered about 4 questions, but I can only get to so many. And but I really appreciate them. I read all of them. If I don't reply to all of them, I'm doing my best. Like I said, I've been sick. I'm a full-time student, and I'm just really trying to get this information out there. And I hope you all really enjoy it. So thanks again for showing up. And remember, please leave me feedback. Subscribe to my channel. If you guys like this stuff, let me know. Thank you.